Hi there guys, John here in collaboration with Sierra Trading Post to talk to you today about winter camping. More specifically, winter campsite selection and some of the more important factors to take into account when choosing a campsite for your next winter outdoor excursion. Now as you can see behind us, we already have a camp established here. And one of the first and most important considerations that we took into account was having a nice flat level surface in which to establish our camp. Now aside from what was below us, we also wanted to take a look at what was above us as well. And by that I mean making sure that there are no dead or dying branches, as well as any snow-laden branches that may come crashing down on you at any point, making for a very dangerous situation. Now speaking of safety concerns, we also wanted to make sure that we didn't pitch our tent in the middle of an established game trail. One of the last things you want is a big game animal come crashing through your tent in the middle of the night. It will make for a memorable experience, but I don't recommend it. Another factor to consider is of course water procurement. Water is essential in the winter as well as it is in the summer, and in the winter we're actually fortunate to have a water source all around us in the form of snow. So we'll simply be melting the snow for our water and hydration needs. Another very important consideration, particularly in winter, is protection from the elements and the weather. And by that I mean don't pitch your tent or establish your campsite on an exposed ridge or mountaintop or anything of that nature. Where we're at right now is we're actually on a little knob surrounded by some hills. We have a canopy of trees around us, which all afford a lot of protection from any wind or inclement weather that happens to blow in. We're also making sure not to pitch our camp in the lowest available spot where the cold air typically tends to gather, making for a cold, miserable experience. Now speaking of warmth, I also like to orientate the tent in such a manner that it's facing south and does have some type of southerly exposure, so that when the sun rises in the morning we get those first rays of light, making for a bright start to our day. And a final consideration to take into account is a room with a view essentially. I like to establish my camp where I have some type of viewing lanes, just a view of the area that I'm camping in. It's one of the reasons I'm out here. One of the reasons that we all enjoy the outdoors is the beauty that's to be found out here. So those are some of the considerations to take into account when selecting a campsite during winter. I would like to say before we end this video that you're more than welcome to peruse some of the videos here for other useful tips and tricks. You're also more than welcome to visit my channel over at Intense Angler Outdoors for other outdoor related tips and tricks as well. And until next time, that's about all we have. You guys get out, enjoy as much as you can, take the best of care, and we'll be seeing you very soon.